Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a get ready with me, but I'm going to be using all subscriber requests. So I've been getting some fun requests from you guys, and today I am going to be creating a look using all of those requests, hoping that I can answer some of your questions and use some of the products that you wanted to see on camera. So we're going to be using a little bit of METIER de Beaute complexion products. I also had a request to use these two concealers, one on one eye, on the other, to see which one you liked better. I'm going to create another look using this BYREDO. This is the beautiful Flora Kalahari palette. There was a request to do another look with this one, as well as using and answering a few other subscriber requests. So if you're interested in seeing how I created this look using subscriber requests, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I am so excited to do this video with subscriber requests. So first items we're going to be using for complexion today are actually from METIER de Beaute. We're going to be using the PEAU VIERGE, and I have this in shade number 2. I have used this before. I got onto this from the beauty professor, Rachel. I think many of you guys know her, but she was the first one who introduced this to me many years ago, and I picked up a little bundle recently that also came along with the longevity serum. So we're going to be using the serum and the PEAU VIERGE. So I was so excited because I was recently reminded to give this a try, and I was like, I already own it, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out. I do really enjoy this. It is basically a treatment and makeup, like a tinted moisturizer. I tend to use it on good skin days. It's not going to provide a ton of coverage, but it is going to make your skin look super luminous and pretty. So I'm going to be using the PEAU Perfect Pairing today. They sell this as a bundle on their site, and it says the dullard look is out and the radiant look is in. Luminosity is the hallmark of modern makeup, and it's all about effervescing like a glass of champagne. The primer that increases the longevity of your radiant foundation now begins with a luminous serum, a perfect pairing. So all of this makeup brand has skincare benefits in it, and this serum has 1% of resveratrol, which is an anti-inflammatory compound, and I feel like I've got just a little bit of redness going on my face today, so I'm going to pump out 1 pump of this serum. And I love the fact that this is skincare and makeup in one. So I'm going to apply this with my hands, and don't be alarmed, whenever I touch my skin I'm gonna get a little bit of redness, but we're gonna just pat this serum into the skin, and it feels super hydrating, I'll tell you that. It kind of almost has a cooling effect on the skin, almost like a little gel texture here. And this also has vitamin E and chamomile, so I feel like it is already toning down my redness just a bit. So we're going to use that as the base, a little extra layer of hydration here. Then we're going to use the PEAU VIERGE in shade 2. And again, you guys, this is just a super creamy tinted moisturizer. And I'm going to put some of this on. I will blend it out with my fingertips, and then I like to go through with a beauty blender. So I'm just going to smooth this over the skin. PEAU VIERGE Anti-Aging Complex. Offering sheer lightweight coverage, this provides a gentle wash of color with a luminous finish. The formula feels like second skin with a gossamer-like texture. The delicate light diffusing pigments help fade away the appearance of lines and wrinkles, instantly imparting a renewed radiance and healthy appearance to the skin. The luxurious tinted foundation is also a treatment fluid. The gentle ingredients help to stimulate collagen production, increase blood flow, diminish dark circles, smooth fine lines, blur blemishes, and make pores appear smaller within a week of once daily use. This contains a refined measure of retinol, known for its ability to smooth and plump wrinkles from deep below the skin's surface. The gentle formula is going to stimulate cell rejuvenation to help restore elasticity back to skin. It is the very definition of anti-aging housed in a radiant foundational makeup. Okay guys, here is a look at the combination of those two products, and my skin does feel super hydrated, very plumped up, and I do love the way that this has always given me kind of a healthy glow. It doesn't look like I'm wearing makeup, so I consider this the perfect no makeup makeup, and I love the idea of it having skincare benefits. So I tend to wear these kind of products when I'm having good skin weeks where I don't feel like I need a lot of coverage. Then I'm gonna reach for these products. Thank you so much for the reminder to pull that product out again. And then I had a request to use the SISLEY. This is their Botanical Concealer, and I have it in shade 1. And then use my KOSAS on the other eye. So kind of a little comparison between these two concealers. This one is my ultimate favorite. I love KOSAS here, and I have it in shade 2.5C. And then now I just picked up the SISLEY concealer. I used to have it in shade 2, which I did not love that color on myself. It was almost a bit too peachy. And then I was told to get number 1 because I actually like the concealer. It feels like a treatment. Both of these do. They feel like eye creams that are tinted. So I was asked to use one on one side and the other on the other to see about the colors. Now these are going to be a bit different in tones. So this is the SISLEY in shade 1, and I feel like this one has a bit more color correcting in it, a little bit pinky tones in here. And then this is my KOSAS 2.5C, and it is described as light with a little bit of peach in it. So compared to the SISLEY, you'll see this one is definitely more peachy. What I have found with KOSAS is that their color range tends to be a bit more yellowy. So this one is more neutral and a bit more cool. So I'm going to put my KOSAS on one side, and I'm just going to put a little bit in the inner socket and then a few dots on the outer. And then I will blend that in. Then we'll use the SISLEY. We can decide which side we like better. There is a big price difference between these two, so the KOSAS is going to be much more affordable, and I find that these last a very long time. This is like $100 concealer, so definitely on the luxe side, but both of them have those great skincare benefits. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to blend this out. And I put too much of this SISLEY concealer. I'm going to blend it out with a blender, beauty blender, in just a second. And then here is the KOSAS. So give me a second. And I am going to go ahead and blend out some of this. Now the good news is that even though I put too much product on, it is not going to sink in my wrinkles because it's truly like an eye cream. Taking my damp beauty blender, we gotta take some of that product off on this side. Didn't mean to put quite as much on there. Okay, over on this side, I am using the Sisley concealer. And then over on this side, I am using the KOSAS. So you can kind of see a side-by-side comparison. And what I'm finding is that these are just two different colors. So this one has a bit more of that peachy pink undertone that's going to be a bit more brightening. And this is still very brightening on this side, but I often use this one kind of all over my skin. So if I was going to use this concealer for underneath my eyes as well as my skin, I would definitely go with this one. And I was just asked to show you the difference. So I can give you a little peek at that. Now, next I was asked to create another look using this gorgeous BYREDO palette. This is the Flora Kalahari palette, and I was asked to use a few of these other colors over here. So as I had said the other day, I had used this and this. I kind of stayed in this zone over here, and someone had asked if I would use a little bit of the peach and this beautiful teal. So we're going to have a little fun creating a look this morning. This is one of my So far, this is one of my favorite shades. It's like the everyday perfect crease color, and then I will come in with one of these fun shimmery shades and use that. So I'm going to start with the shade up here. And I did have someone tell me that this was a little overwhelming for them, and I just wanted to say I completely relate. I am not someone who loves palettes because I get a little overwhelmed with all the different colors, but I have just been loving this one because we just need to realize we can use one or two of these shades a day and not have to use them all at once. So I am starting with my REVE number 27 brush, and I have dipped it into this beautiful crease color right here. And we're just going to come in and create a little bit of shadow. This is one of my favorite shades. It's got a little bit of warmth in it. And just going to start there. This is also one of those perfect one and done shades. Okay, now we're going to come into this gorgeous shade over here, and it is like a coral peachy tone, and I am going to place that on the lid. And as I've said, these shadows are super creamy and easy to use. So I'm going to come in with that color, and I'm just using my finger just to use what I swatched, and then I'll come in with this brush, and we've got a little bit of that pretty coral pink tone on the lid here. Okay, I actually really like that color. I feel like it screams spring, a little bit of freshness on the eyes. And then I am going to use this gorgeous teal color, and I'm going to use that as an eyeliner and maybe up into the outer parts of the V. Let's just see. I feel like this is so pretty as an eyeliner. So let me get my BK Beauty. This is number 204. It is a flat-edged brush, and I'm going to come into this beautiful teal color here, and I'm going to come closer to the lash line, and I'm going to bring it in about 3/4 of the way here. And that is such a pretty color, you guys. Using whatever's left on my brush, and I'm going to come down here and put a little bit of that color down there as well. Okay, we got a little pop of the teal, and then I'm drawn to adding just a teeny bit of this color right over here. Just going to add just a bit, almost as if I'm using this, just adding a teeny bit into that crease as well, adding a little bit of pink and peach together. See, I'm already doing it. I'm like, ooh, let's add another and another, but we're gonna keep it right here. I am going to tightline my upper lash line with this color Cali Ray. This is deep, which is also a beautiful teal color here. So I'm just gonna come in and wiggle. So I'm just gonna come in and play a little bit with that teal. Taking my brush, I'm just going to soften that teal color. Okay, the next request is that someone asked me if I would actually put my mascara on camera. So if you watch my channel, I often skip through me putting on my mascara and cleaning up my brows because I do spend a bit of time putting on my mascara. So, and I'm going to be using my Holy Grail mascara. This is Chantecaille Faux CILS Longest Lash Mascara, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how I put that on. So I probably don't share this part with you because I make really weird faces when I'm putting on my mascara, but that's okay. You're going to see them today. So what I like to do is I like to I'm looking down at the mirror, and then I come underneath my lashes here, and then I will roll up. I don't normally flick them down like I just did that, but I am just going through, and I start to coat the lashes with a little rolling technique here. And mascara is always so personal. I find that everybody has different lashes, and different wands and stuff work best for their lashes. So once I get some of the product on, then I can kind of start to go through and perfect them. Makes such a huge difference. And then I take a little bit, guys. I don't have a ton of lashes on my bottoms, so I'll just do a little brushing on the bottom. Okay, I'm definitively not a good brow girl. I miss having my daughter at home because she would literally do my brows for me every single day. So I miss Zoe, but what I do is I will just brush them up with a brush, and I am using the Goof Proof brow pencil from Benefit, and I will just brush them up first and then kind of get them where I want them to be. And then from here, I will start to fill in. So I think you're supposed to go like here, and then over to the arch. And so I'll come over here, guys, and then I will just start to fill a little bit of the tail end, and then just run a little bit of product through the front. So I'm usually just trying to kind of make everything look a little bit fuller on the tail end here. Then I will brush through the product, and I actually need to go get my eyebrows waxed. And I actually need to go get my eyebrows waxed. So there's a few little flyaways there, but essentially giving a little definition to the eye. And then I will come here and start by the nose, and then come over to the bridge right over here. Whoops. And you don't want to brush it out like that. And this is the shade 3.5. And then I will just start at that tail end over here, and then fill in just right a little bit through here. Again, I am not someone who likes to wear super defined brows. And then I will brush through my brows, and I just want them to kind of stay put and look defined. So that was a request to show you how I do my mascara and my brows. Would not say I'm perfect on either one of those fronts, but that's just the way I do it. And then I was asked if I just had to pick one bronzer, what it would be, and I have to go with my favorite. This is Chantecaille Real Bronze in Goa. This is just my go-to bronzers. I have other bronzers that I kind of phase in and out, but if I had to just pick one, it would be this one. And then someone asked me about this brush that I use all the time. Mine has little Satchmo bites on it from my dog. But this is the Giorgio Armani Sculpt brush, and I love this brush for bronzer and just a little brushing all over the face. So I'm going to take this bronzer, and the reason I like this one is it is a cocoa toned bronzer, and the formula has a bit of a gel texture to it, so I find that it looks a little bit more natural on the skin and just has a really nice undertone to it. So I will just kind of brush this up here into the hairline and a little bit on these sides. And then I will take some underneath my chin, give a little shadow underneath there, kind of sculpts out the jawline and just brings everything together. So kind of just brush that all over the place. Now I do love the Sisley bronzer, but I use that mostly almost like a finishing powder because it gives a very subtle glow. There's just something special about it. I will use it as bronzer, but in general I think of this as my go-to bronzer because it's got a little richer undertone in it. Now I am going to put a little bit of my bronzer in my eye look, and this will just tie everything together. And I just like to either add my blush or my bronzer to my eye look because I just feel like it ties the entire face together. And I also had a bit of shimmer on those lids, so this is kind of nice to tone that down as well. Okay, then I was asked about my favorite cream spring blush, and the one that came to mind that I think screams spring is actually from Victoria Beckham. This is her cheeky posh cream blushes, which are amazing if you haven't tried them. And she has this color in Roller Skate, and it just screams spring to me. And this one also gives your skin like such a little pop, brightens everything up, and I just think it's fun to wear. So we're gonna put this on for a little spring fun, and I am just going to, I've been trying to wear my blush a little bit higher up, so I'm going to start a little high and then we will blend this out, but you will see it's going to kind of liven up my complexion just a bit. Don't be scared. These blend beautifully. Blend this out. I'm using my Heavenly Complexion brush, and I'm just going to tap that into the cheeks and up the cheekbones. Isn't that such a great color? I just love it. Not only for spring, year round, but that one, when I was thinking about spring blushes, that one just came to mind. I was like, that's the perfect pick for that. Then I am gonna go ahead and put on a little bit of my new favorite highlighter. This is the REVE de Camelia, and I do love this highlighter, you guys. So I have been using this since I got it, and it comes with this adorable little kabuki brush, and this is more of an illuminating powder, so you can brush a little bit of this all over your skin, but this just gives such a pretty subtle highlight, and I just love that it's got a little bit of a rosy pearlescent tone to it, so I feel like it goes really well with my skin tone. And I have just been using a little bit of this highlighter to make my skin look healthy, a little on the bridge of the nose and up into, I'll use a little bit up in my brow bone and maybe a little bit by the, or maybe a little bit by the Cupid's bow. But this has been a winner from the new Chanel launch, so been really enjoying that. And then for lips, I pulled out one of my favorite Chanel lip glosses. Someone was asking me if I like these, and I do. I love these. I have been a long time user of these. And the one that I keep on repurchasing, I've got a few of them, but I know that I've got 2 burnt sugars in my collection right now. I went to the counter thinking I'd finished it, but I just ended up purchasing it twice, so that is fine. We're going to go ahead and use that today. It is a perfect spring color, so I'm going to put that on my lips. And this is the color Burnt Sugar, number 724, if I'm reading it right. So this is just a fantastic color, and I thought it would kind of go with this look. Okay, and then we're gonna end with fragrance of the day like we always do. And I was asked for a recommendation for a great spring Chanel scent from the Les Exclusives line, which I've got several from. And I ended up picking the classic 1957. And the reason I picked this one is because it has some aldehydes in it, sort of classic Chanel DNA, but it opens up very sparkly. But this is a beautiful iris white floral scent. It's a soft floral. There is a bit of a clean, I would almost say soapy element to it that I love. This is going to be one of these sort of subtle but classy fragrances. I feel like this is perfect for the modern woman who doesn't feel like she needs to make a bold statement. She's comfortable in her own skin, but she does want to smell good for herself and have a little bit of a confidence bubble around her. So the top notes in here are white musk, aldehydes, bergamot, pink pepper, and coriander. So this definitely opens up like a glass of champagne, guys. It has this sparkly nature to it that's going to make you feel clean and sparkly. And then in the middle notes, you've got soft white musk, orange blossom, and jasmine. I would say this is a very soft floral. This is not in your face kind of floral at all. Definitely has that Chanel touch. So this also has a touch of iris in here, so it is slightly powdery, but in a very elegant way. It is not a powder bomb by any means, especially out of the Chanel range. I wouldn't say that this is like powdery. I would say champagne light powder. This is a white musk scent, and that was another question I had gotten for a good recommendation for a musk scent, and 1957 would totally fit that bill. So this is a composition of white musk, then delicate floral notes. It has bergamot, iris, neroli, and then has a bit of woodiness with cedar in here, powdery accents, and a hint of honey. And actually that's interesting. There is a bit of sweetness. I thought it might have a little vanilla in here, but it is honey. And this one's just a really easy, classy wear. So I wanted to give a shout out to 1957. Okay guys, this is my final look of the day using subscriber requests. I love doing these kind of videos, so you guys always let me know if you want to see something on camera, comparisons, or certain makeup items. I always love hearing from you guys, and also want to create content that you want to see. So keep me posted, keep the questions coming, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic start to the week.